Whatever else you think about Jesus Christ, you just can't ignore him. You can't ignore his words, you can't ignore his actions. And the Jewish religious leaders couldn't ignore him after he had just cleared out the profiteering cattle and sheep sellers out of the temple courts and the money changers who were basically overcharging people to change their money to the temple coinage. A house of prayer had become a den of robbers. In John 2:18-22, we see what the religious leaders say in response. Who does he think he is? Jesus' actions and words challenged the religious thinking, traditions and practices of the day. No stranger to the temple, having known it all his life, Jesus' reply was enigmatic. Destroy this temple and I will rebuild it in 3 days. The leaders, of course, thought he was referring to the literal temple, Herod's temple, which had been started 46 years earlier and would actually take another 36 years to complete, to then be destroyed by the Romans in AD 70. And the disciples themselves were actually clearly puzzled at the time, and only later, after Jesus' resurrection, remembered what he had said. They recalled his words, which then made sense. Their understanding changed. Looking back with the passage of time through the lens of the resurrection, it made sense. I think sometimes, for us, our changing understanding of an unchanging God is an unfolding process. It's not always clear at the time, I'll be honest. Sometimes we need to be humble enough to go back and look at Scripture, remember what Jesus has said, and grow in our understanding of him and in our theology. In 1 Corinthians 1:22-23, it says, Jews demand miraculous signs and Greeks look for wisdom, but we preach Christ crucified, a stumbling block to Jews and foolishness to Gentiles. But Christ is the power of God and the wisdom of God. You just can't ignore him.